Hi, ARK fans. Welcome to the channel. It's been a big break of 2 weeks due to multiple reasons that I won't get into. It's a mix of personal and technical issues that I've been facing. But welcome back. It's good to be back after a break of 2 weeks, and we'll start this again with the mid-October update. And as you know, we have few sections in our video every time. It's biggest moves. We also look at new and removed companies. We also have a watch list that we keep an eye on some important companies there, and I've also added few more in that list. And also we take a look at the summary overall. How is the fund doing? All the funds combined, ARK Invest, how is that doing? So stay with me, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit. Thank you. Hi everybody, welcome back. For the people who are joining for the first time, we have a few sections in this video, and then we go through those one by one. You can fast forward to that section you are interested in or watch the entire thing. Please like and subscribe. That helps me immensely. This is ARK Summary section where we keep an eye on total market value that ARK, all the ETFs of ARK have. And then what is the combined trend looking like? So looks like a trend is going up, which is great. 40.38 billion. It's back to 40 billion. It's nowhere near where it used to be in January, which is 60 billion, but good to see it going back up a little bit. So this is October update, first 15 days, mid-October update. So first 15 days of October, it's been looking good. Trend is upward. This is how 40 billion divided in all the 8 ETFs that they have. And this is the number of companies that each ETF has and a trend of total number of companies that are in their ETF combined. So it looks like in October, they have reduced the number of companies from 277 to 272. So we will go over it, how many are added and how many removed in a section in just one upcoming section. But before that, we will go over the biggest moves. What we do here is we do a diff from day 1 to day 15 to find what is the difference in the shares, and we also have market value of each of the companies. So we take a look at the biggest moves two ways: one by percentage of shares that they added or removed, or second by market value, because market value can go up or down irrespective of whether shares went up or down, right? Because it's dependent on stock price as well. So that way we try not to miss any of the biggest moves. So first, let's take a look at it by percentage of shares. So threshold today we have is 15%, and this is adjustable. We make it, we change it based on what is consumable within this chart. These are the companies that satisfy that criteria. That is their shares moved at least 15% either in positive direction or in negative direction. They removed or added, and this is their ranking in the ETF, all the ETFs combined. So topping the charts there is the Toast Inc., which was recently IPO'd, and I'm not surprised they have added a lot more shares, because whenever they go into buying, whenever they buy shares of a new company, they continue to buy more and more in the first few weeks of getting into that. So ranked 194, as you can see, the trend of shares is upwards, and stock price is also trending upwards there. So that's good news. Not a big move on the in terms of market value though. So keep that in context. Intuitive Surgical, again, so topping the charts. This is a very stable company, been around quite a bit, and then they have invested in it in past as well. But the stock price taking a hit, looks like, or maybe there was, oh, okay, got it. So there was a split, I guess, and that's why the stock price has gone down by that much. And it's not really a big move. Just because the stock price, just because there was a split, it shows that they have bought more shares, but it's not correct. So then you have in mode, 98% extra added there. Ginkgo or Jingo, not sure what the pronunciation is, but 73% more. SomaLogic 36% more. Garmin 30%. CRISPR 23%. Archer Aviation 15% more shares added there. In terms of market value among these, Jingo or Jinko is the biggest one, 176 million added there, and not because of stock price. Stock price has kind of gone back to normal, maybe because they bought the dips, and that's why it's gone back up. That's why the market value that they hold is up. Now, in terms of negative, the biggest one is SEMA4. It says 100%, but it's a rounded value. They still hold a little bit of that, and that's why it's still showing up in this chart. Otherwise, it will show up in removed companies. Then you have Nanostring Technologies, 44% removed. Dreyfus, 40%. I'll quickly hover over all of these so you can take a look. BYD, Chinese electric car company, a lot of shares removed there as well. Thales, 37, Proto Labs, 36% removed, Boeing, 29% removed, C, 28%, Regeneron, Z Holdings, Silvergate, PayPal, Intuit, sorry, and Cordis, Vertex Pharmaceuticals. Some of these are really good and stable companies, so don't take that as a negative signal, them selling it out. Maybe they're just taking the profit and investing in more growth companies. So that's the biggest move by percentage of shares. Now let's turn this to zero. So these are all the companies, but look at these are the biggest moves that we just went over on the top in terms of shares. But in terms of market value, there are other companies that have biggest moves just because the stock price must have gone up quite a bit. So let's filter on that, increase that threshold so we can see what are those companies in which they have biggest market value moves, right? So let's sort by this again. And there are overlaps also many a times, but still, let's take a look at the ones that have less than, which is really big market value moves, but hardly any shares movement. So this one is a share movement, also 8% extra share, and this is a rank 2 company. So adding 8% extra to a rank 2 company is a very big deal. Adding 1% even to a rank 3 company is a very big deal too. So a lot of shares added there, and it was already had a lot of shares for those companies, so showing more conviction there. Stock price also going up for both of these, and well, not as much as at the point where it IPO'd Coinbase, but still. Coinbase, by the way, is a company that we have added to a daily watch list as well, so we'll keep an eye on it on daily basis anyways, whether it shows up in this biggest moves or not. Jinko, we went over. Unity Software, 1% removed or adjusted, I would say, but stock price going up there. Beam Therapeutics, Twilio. I'll hover over each one of these so you can take a look. I'm not going to talk about each one of these. Bitcoin going up. It's touching 60,000. The Bitcoin, the real Bitcoin price. This is Grayscale Bitcoin, which is an ETF that just it's a fund that just follows price of Bitcoin, because ARK Invest cannot legally invest in Bitcoin, so they invest in this. Spotify, Zoom, CRISPR, Intelia, Twitter, Fate Therapeutics, Square, Exact, Berkeley. And in terms of negatives, we have Regeneron, SEMA we went over, C, Proto Labs, and Vertex Pharmaceuticals. So those were the biggest moves. Let's go over how is the overall portfolio looking. We do a diff from October 1st to October 14th in this case, and it's looking largely green as we saw in the trend of market value. Very few reds, Regeneron as we saw in biggest move, but very, very red. So the blocks in this is each of the ETFs. So this is ARKK Innovation Fund, this is ARKG, ARKW, ARKF, and then we have 3X, Xprint, and IZRL. So that's that. Let's go to the new and removed companies now. New company, there is Great British Pound. So not sure it's a company. It's not really a company. It's a currency that they have invested in. Ticker, there is no ticker symbol. In print fund, they've added some. There is hardly any though. But there is an entry there, and hence it's showing up like that. Yeheka. So in terms of removed companies, we have Yeheka, NXP Semiconductors, Nintendo, Novartis, Canadian Dollar, and Caribou Biosciences. Those are the companies that are completely removed from the ETFs. Now, daily watch list, we only used to have Palantir, DraftKings, Nano Dimension, and Skills here, but now we have added more just because there are some more important companies that we want to keep an eye on daily basis. How much holdings does ARK have for those? So Robinhood adding 2.9, so 3% extra shares there for them. Hardly any movement in market value though. So if I hover over it, you'll see the market price has gone down, and overall number of shares has gone up. Not by so much though. Palantir, you have 1.6% extra added there. DraftKings 1.4%. I won't read too much into it because it's very less percent, but actual count is like 500,000. So yeah, I would read into it. More confidence into this. This is a company present in 6 ETFs, along with UiPath and Palantir. These are the only 2 companies present in all the 6 ETFs, which shows how much confidence they have in these. DraftKings also additional shares bought there. Coinbase 6% additional, but biggest increase in the market value because stock price went up, but still not back to 300 mark where it IPO'd actually. Nano Dimension, they've reduced a little bit, probably more of an adjustment there. Tesla also, they've reduced 4.1%. Perhaps because they're taking the profit and want to invest somewhere else, because Tesla has seen the rise quite a bit. As you can see, the stock price trend, they're going back to $818. Skills, they have reduced 5.5%. That is worrying a little bit, because that's a high conviction company that they have, but almost 1% removed, almost 1 million shares removed in first half. 21 million extra shares, 21 million in value removed. So let's take a look at scales and look at its trend where it was removed. So when I click over scales, this is the shares trend, and we can take a look at the bigger. First, let's take a look at where did they remove it. So looks like they removed it in ARKK, and ARKW is constant. So those are the two places where it's present. If we take a look at a longer date range, we'll know more about it. Should we really worry about it or not? So this is ARKK. They invested a lot in ARKK somewhere in the middle. Initially, it was only in ARKW, and they are reducing slowly, looks like. More recently, they have also bought here, as you can see. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it just yet. Maybe they're just adjusting a little bit. And let's see its ranking. Um, since the time I've been recording data, it was ranking 148, and it went all the way up to say 27, 25 also rank in the ETF overall, everything combined, and now it's in 50s region. So still very high conviction company in the portfolio, but that's how skills is present in there. Yeah, I mean, those are some of the companies that we generally keep an eye on. So let's click on hood and see the ranking quickly. It IPO'd somewhere here, which is like July timeframe, and they bought more initially, as typical of any other company. When they invest in initially, they invest in a lot, and then they have been maintaining it or buying more. So high conviction in Robinhood for sure. Palantir, oh yeah, that's the one which they have the highest conviction in. DraftKings, let's look at the ranking, very high conviction. So yeah, a lot of them. Coinbase is the one where look at the curve going all the way up to rank 3, maybe the highest conviction in that. Nano Dimension, let's see, they've been maintaining the position pretty much, looks like, in 60, 70 ranking. Tesla has been number one and will stay number one forever, looks like. There you go. Biggest investment there. Skills, yeah, we saw skills already too. Okay, so that's your daily watch list and mid-October update. Please like and subscribe, and I'll keep bringing this great content to you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow or whenever we do the next summary. Thank you. Bye.